Are you considering joining to any sort of fitness group classes like yoga, bootcamp, dance, or anything?
Pilates.
Yeah, anything that you can do, a fun activity with a group, with other moms, and it can help you to lose weight and tone up?
Yes, I think most of the moms who enroll in this kind of classes, they are exactly looking for that motivation. All of them gonna be in the same group of reaching the same kind of goal. I can commit because there is another person who also gonna come. It's gonna be fun, but I don't think this is the best way to lose weight and tone up.
This is not the most efficient way.
Mm-hmm.
This is the key word here.
Time efficient
way. That means achieving the most you can from the activity, spending the least amount of time.
Okay.
And this is not this kind of activity. Why? This is exactly what we're going to talk about in this episode.
So this is Nanda again. And here's the thing. What happened with any mom after giving birth? With all the hormonal changes, we start seeing our bodies are like, who is this person in the mirror? But I want to tell my personal experience, and I can definitely relate with other mom who is listening. I was super big. My skin was super flaccid. My boobs were huge. I was seeing someone over there. It's like, am I going to be able to come back the way that I was before? It's like, so you get so crazy on
because
this.
Because you started going to the gym.
Exactly. So I was fit before getting pregnant. I was okay. So you always think, okay, I'm going to be able to come back. In my case, was a different idea. But I mean, those classes, they give you the idea of join us because we all working for the same goal. So that's why people go, right? And all moms who sign for those classes, they want you fit the same jeans. They want you fit in the dress they are still inside their closet. So we want to do things that we were doing before.
Yeah.
And that's why we joined those classes, because the other moms who were there also wants to do the same.
But what happens is that, again, your goals are weight loss and toning up. I talked to multiple moms and they always give that answer. I want to lose weight and tone up. That will lead me to fit in a certain clothes and feel better with myself again. That's what you want. And the support is part of the process. You need support. You need other people. That will be great. But you want to see results. That's the reason why you join it in the first place. And once you start not seeing results, you don't see your weight coming down. You don't see your measurements getting better. You're not fitting in that jeans that you like. You're not achieving your goals. Motivation fades, and you give up.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, the motivation lasts for a few months, and then you start not seeing results, and you give up, because we always want to have results from everything we do. You're studying, you're learning a language, whatever you're doing, you want to see the results of your hard work. You don't want to spend time doing something and not seeing results. So when you don't see the results, you'll give up. That's what happens.
So what are the main downsides of fitness group classes?
So now I'm going to explain specifically why those activities are not the most time efficient. They are good, they are okay, but they are not the best option to deliver those two goals that you want: lose weight and tone up at the same time. What it means, tone up. Toning up means keeping your muscles, keeping or gaining muscle while you're losing weight. You don't want just to lose weight. You don't want just the number of the scales to come down, because if that happens, you won't look okay, aesthetically okay at the end of the process. Okay, you will only be lighter, but not looking in the way you want.
So okay, you're not gonna go tone up because it's mostly a cardio kind of thing.
Yes, most of those activities are, unless any specific one that is using weights, and they are increasing the weights, not just using weights.
Okay.
If you can let's say you're doing an exercise and using 10 pounds and you keep using the same 10 pounds for a month or two, that's also not effective.
You're
you have to keep
resisting.
increasing the weights, the resistance, progression of the load. This is probably the most important principle of resistance training. You have to progress your workout. So since you're not doing that, you're not lifting weights, you're not putting any kind of resistance, you're not stimulating your muscles to keep or to gain muscle. So that's why you don't tone up. You will spend more calories because the activity will make you spend more calories, but you won't tone up because there is no resistance.
Okay, so what means short-term results?
I always say short-term results because when you're strength training, you're lifting weights, you are spending calories, you're stimulating your body during the session and after the session. It takes a few days for your body to recover from that workout, and while the body is adapting, is recovering from the hard workout, the resistance training, you are spending calories. Unlike aerobic exercise that you spend X amount of calories during the session.
Okay.
After 10 minutes, you stop the session. Your body comes back to the previous state. You're not spending calories. You're not having results anymore after that session.
So you're saying that after we lift weights, the body has to spend some kind of energy to recover.
To recover and to adapt.
To adapt. Okay.
And
so
that might take 4 to 5 days or even longer.
And you don't have this when you're doing aerobic exercise.
No.
Because you're doing a different kind of stimulation.
Yeah.
Right?
Only during the session. You spend calories only during the session. That's why I say short-term results.
Okay. And I think another downside is time consuming, right? Like how long it takes to finish one class. Usually is 40 minutes?
45 minutes.
That's
45, 50, an hour. So, and we're talking about time efficient.
Yeah.
We are also parents and we know that we don't have time.
No.
We don't have time for anything. If you're a working mom, you don't have time. So you need something time efficient that delivers you the best result with the least amount, the least investment.
Okay.
Right? So, and this is not going to happen with classes. You need to go 3 times a week, 3 to 5 times a week. So it takes you more time unless resistance training that will take you once or twice a week.
And like how many people really commit to this? What is like the percentage of people going to pay for the class and they're going to go in all classes they paid?
Well, if you go to, you make some research on internet, you put the right keywords and you put the percentage of people who stay consistent from the beginning until they reach the end goal, that's something about 20 to 30% of people. So 70 to 80% of people will give up at some point because, like I said, lack of results. They don't see results.
No
they
motivation.
Don't see getting better, and that's why most classes, most memberships, they sell as a packet.
Yeah, makes sense.
So you paid already.
Yeah. So even though if you don't go, they already make the money.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
You're paying. That's why, because it's well known that
you're not going to commit.
People will give up. Most people will give up.
And so how much money we're talking about?
Well, the cheapest prices that I found, and this is around the US, they are averaging $420 a month for 3 classes a week. Yeah, okay. Something about that. There are more expensive, but that's the lowest average that I found. Okay. $420 a month for 3 sessions a week. Okay,
and the people, they might go like half of the way and give up, just like, okay, I cannot do this right now. I'm not seeing anything. Wow, it's time consuming, money consuming as well, if you see, right?
Yeah.
And what about running? Running's for free.
But it's the same.
Oh my God.
It's just the same. Okay, it's a great, don't get me wrong, okay? It's a great exercise. A lot of athletes, fighters, and all sort of activities they run for as a compliment. You can continue doing. Let's say you like running, you can lift weights and run once in a while, but it won't again give you the results you want, weight loss and toning up, because there is no resistance. Okay, so let's take all of these ideas that we just finished, okay, about the downsides of fitness classes. What are the benefits of our resistance program? Like what we offer, what is we are doing that can be done for all the other moms who don't have time, don't have money to spend. Like what can we give to them? Number 1, no gym needed. Oh, this is the best one. You don't need a gym. This is the best one. I remember that when we started, we literally did the workout over here with bands. This was what we started. The really beginning. No, actually it was body weight and after band. Yeah. There are some different body weight exercises, different than push-ups and the ones that you already know, push-ups and chin, because most people know push-ups and chin-ups as a body weight exercise,
But there's so many others.
which are exercises most people are not able to do it.
Yeah.
But there are other things you can do at home with body weight if you're a really beginner that you can do at home.
So this is the main.
No gym needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the main one. Like
Even
no
if you get
gym.
more advanced, you can get some dumbbells for you. We have, for example, a bar, a bar stand, a bench, and a few plates. That's everything we have.
That at the time we made the account, it cost us 6 months of membership in the gym. The whole gear that we have.
Yeah.
The whole gear.
Yeah.
Right. So this is another benefit.
After 6 months, not going to the gym, we pay the whole
we already
gear.
paid the whole gear.
Yeah. You've been training at home for over 2 years, so you pay 4 times the gear.
Like I could have the same gear three more times.
Yeah.
Okay. About toning up. What did this?
Okay. There is no another way to keep or gain muscle unless applying resistance to your muscles.
Okay.
What it means resistance? Your muscles need to understand they are not strong enough and they need to get stronger.
Okay.
And you only tell them that when you try to lift something that is
Heavier.
among their capacities,
Okay.
which means heavier. It's too heavy. Your legs are not able. They're struggling to do 10 reps with a given weight, so they have to get stronger. So when you lose weight, you won't lose muscle because your body treats the muscles as something important because you're training. So that's why
You can tone up.
to tone up, you need to keep or gain muscle, and that you achieve through resistant training.
Okay. Minimal time to commit, right?
You can do only one workout a week of 20 minutes. If you do a full body, you select the right exercises, and that's it. That's everything you need to achieve those results we're talking about here. Only one workout a week, once or twice, you're done.
And a long-term sustainable results. What that means?
Because it's short and infrequent. If you're doing 20-minute workouts once or twice a week, you can keep that forever.
Yeah, you can commit.
Yeah.
It's
If you search, for example, because the 20-minute of mom is primarily based on high intensity training. If you search high intensity training, you will find a lot of videos, a lot of photos of really old people, like in their 80s, in their 90s, doing high intensity training.
Because
so that
it's
means,
short.
Yeah, you don't see older people doing conventional workouts.
Yeah,
but
they can do.
Because it's not safe.
Yeah.
So if it's not safe for an older person, it's not safe for a postpartum woman.
Of
right?
course.
But since high intensity training is very safe, short, and infrequent, it's something sustainable. You can do forever. Even if you have 3 kids, you will still have time to do a 20-minute workout once or twice a week.
Okay.
And
we both work out the same way at home, right?
Yeah.
We both, literally.
yeah, what we change is exercise selection, weights, of course, and some high intensity techniques, but the principles are the same. It doesn't matter if you're a completely beginner or if you have a lot of experience, you are very strong, you always have to progress your weights.
Okay, so give me an idea of a basic workout.
Okay. Most important is always think about movements, not exercises. If you start thinking about exercises, you will find in the trap of, I need this equipment, I need that gear, I don't have this, I don't have that. If you think about movement,
Okay.
I need to do 5 movements. What do I have? I have dumbbells, I have barbells. Then you adapt the movements.
So give us a 5 to 7 exercise workout.
Okay, I'm gonna give you an example with barbells,
Okay.
which I consider is maybe the most effective and the cheapest gear you can have, which are barbell, the stand, bench, and a few plates, which is what we have. You can do 5 movements, full body movements. Overhead press is when you lift your weights above your head. Chest press, or chest press, bench press, it's called bench press. Row movement, pullover, squats. So by doing those 5 movements, you are already working all your muscles. But if you want to go further in any specific part, let's say you want to work on your arms. In your case, you had you have some accumulation of fat, in the region of the arm, so you can do some tricep extension.
Biceps as well.
And biceps curl.
Okay.
Everything with barbell.
So squat, rows, chest press, pull over, overhead press, biceps curl, and triceps press extension.
Yeah, that will be a full body workout.
Wow.
Emphasizing arm.
Yeah, this is pretty much what we start doing in the beginning. Now I have a different workout, but it's exactly what we did at the beginning.
Of course, you can include something different, but the point here is that the 5 movements, the overhead, chest press, row, and pull over, along with the squat, are enough to deliver the stimulus you need to keep your muscle, keep or gain muscle while you're restricting calories to lose weight.
So no gym needed, and don't rest in between sets just to go faster, right? This is what we do.
That's why it's quick.
That's why it's quick.
Because if you alternate
and
movements,
so intense.
Yeah, if you alternate movements, for example, you do chest press and row. One is a pressing movement, the other one is a pulling movement. So you don't need rest in between exercises.
Okay, makes sense.
If you do pull over and overhead press, you also don't need exercise. So by alternating pushing, pulling exercises and leg, you don't need to rest between sets. You can go back to back, and that makes the workout a lot faster.
So if we compare the 20% to 30% of people who doesn't commit with something that they already paid, compare with 1 or 2 a week, a resistant training that you might see results.
You can do at home.
You can do at home. You might see even better results than going to those classes. That's a good deal.
And what about the support? You won't have the support. You can join to any mom's group after the workout and go for a coffee or go for a coffee with something. Okay.
Completely fine. You can even do the classes.
You don't need the support during the session.
No.
What you need during the session is results.
Yeah. You can put your favorite band over there during the session, or even listen to us while you're doing the exercise, even better. So please listen to our podcast we have on Spotify. You can find us 20 Fit Mom on Instagram, YouTube, and thank you for listening to us.
Thank you, guys. I hope you can apply this concept. You understand that those classes are good. They are not bad. We're not saying that they are not good, but they are not the most efficient way. Most efficient way, time efficient way, is resistance training. So get a pair of dumbbells or a set of bar, and you can train at home. And then after you go with the moms, you have a coffee.
That's
all right.
it.
See you guys next episode. Bye-bye.